Hello, everyone. This is my WBC 2025 recap video. The first video I put out since last year, so this might be the only content for me that you get for a while at this rate. At WBC, I play a lot of games. In case you do not know what WBC is, it is a board gaming tournament where they have tournaments for a lot of different types of board games. It's more on the casual competitive side of things, so people can kind of show up and play whatever they feel like. And then there's no real prizes. There's just trophies and stuff like that. So this is my recap video. It went pretty well. It was a really fun week, very fun event. This year, instead of last year where I was only able to go for half the time and only focus on one game, I played a ton of games. So here is a full list of all of the games I played. I played Cascadia, Great Western Trail, Agricola, Azul, Everdell, Arc Nova, Sagrada, Brass, Arcs, Heat, Raw, Castles of Burgundy, Disc Golf, and Faxon 5. Those are the games I played tournaments in, and then Disc Golf I just want to talk about. So let me go through all the games that I played. Firstly, Cascadia. Cascadia went pretty well. I got 2 wins and a second place in my heats. That was good enough for a bye to the semifinal. In the semifinal, I lost to the guy who would eventually win the whole thing. But importantly about Cascadia is that I broke my curse of losing to Bronwyn every single time I run into her, which up till that point had been 3 times in a row. So that curse is finally broken, which is great. Next is Great Western Trail. Great Western Trail was a game that I learned a month prior to the event. A month prior to the event, I learned Great Western Trail, and it's a fun game. I really enjoyed the game a lot. I got kind of owned in the heats, but importantly, I got to play with Randy Buehler, who is someone who I've been a Magic player for a very long time, so he's a legend in the Magic community, but I knew he was in board gaming circles. I just never got a chance to play a game with him, so I finally got a chance to play a game with him. He owned me. It was very fun. We ended up playing the gang in open gaming later, and that was really fun, so shouts to him. Was nice to finally get a game in with him. Then Agricola. I'm washed at Agricola, did not make the semis. Azul, after making 3rd place last year, I'm washed at Azul, didn't even make the semis. Everdell, I think I'm actually quite good at, but I ran into 2 good players in my heats, so I got 2 second places, also didn't make the semis of that. Arc Nova, I got 4th place overall in Arc Nova. I got this really cool herbivore for it. So now I officially have an herbivore tag. It was fun. Yeah, Arc Nova went really great. I played really, really well in my first 2 games. Got a bye to the semifinal. In my semifinal match, I played great. I did awesome. And then the final starring hand was not amazing. I should have bid more for my initial starting position. I think I also played bad. So all of that was bad. But I got 4th place. I got my participation trophy for participating in the finals. So that was awesome. Next is Sagrada. Sagrada, shouts to Rainier for trying to convince me to not play Sagrada by saying oh, you have these private objectives. You're going to get low rolls in your private objectives. It's going to tilt you off the face of the planet. You're going to be wondering why you did this for laurels. But I hit 5s and 6s on all my private objectives every single game. It was great. I got 2 wins in my 2 heats. That was good enough to make it to the semifinal, which unfortunately I did not get to play because Arc Nova ran super long. I will never reschedule around anyone else again if I make it to the final because no one was playing at a good pace. And so I just didn't make my heat. I wasn't really pushing it because I don't really care that much about Sagrada. But it would have been nice playing the semifinal for that, though, but I didn't push it very much. So next is Brass. Brass, I felt pretty good about going into it. I got a win in my heat. I got 2nd place in another heat. That was good enough to make it to the semifinals. In the semifinals, I feel like I got obliterated. I got 2nd place, though, but the guy who won was playing a totally different game. I do not know if I got laurels in that yet. I probably didn't because I lost by a pretty wide margin, but I don't know if I'll play Brass again. It's very different at the sort of upper level of things. It was very stressful. One of the more stressful games that I felt like I played. Next was Arcs. Arcs, I intended on playing many games of going into the tournament. I really enjoy Arcs a lot. Arcs The Blighted Reach is a 10 out of 10 for me. But they played Arcs with Leaders in Lore, and Leaders in Lore added so much time and upkeep to the game. It just adds so much that you have to keep track of. And our game that I played in the 1 heat that I played in, it took 3 hours to get through 3 chapters. Had it gone another chapter, we would not have finished in time at all. And it could have gone 2 more chapters even, which would have been crazy. So, I don't think I'll play Arcs again, especially if it uses Leaders in Lore. I think base Arcs would have been totally fine for this with, maybe Leaders in Lore in the finals or something like that. It just was too miserable of an experience. And especially playing with random people, too, where everyone's trying to, politic each other, and it's miserable. So, yeah. So, I don't think I'll play it again at any tournament, but Blighted Reach, still 10 out of 10 experience for me. Next is Heat. I played exactly one heat of Heat. Shouts to Mary Jo, who owned the set that I played at. She was awesome to play with. I really enjoyed playing with her. And our table was just good vibes in general. It was just a fun time. I got kind of obliterated, but it was very fun. Next was Raw. Raw is a game I showed up to the table, having never played a game before, just watching rules teach. That game is so much fun. Oh my gosh, I need to play more Raw. I almost won my game, but I was in a position where I had the highest score, and then the guy who was the only person left could just draw tiles until they got something that they wanted, but they knew all of my sun tiles. They knew exactly how much I had behind, and so they could just kept drawing tiles until they hit exactly what they needed to beat me, even and they didn't hit the last raw tile in the bag, so they ended up winning. But that game is really fun. I got to play more of that. Next is Castles of Burgundy. Castles of Burgundy is a game I had played online a little bit. I only got to play one heat of Castles of Burgundy, but random Mary Jo again, who was awesome. Shouts to her. Even though she blocked my sheep, it was still really fun game. And I got second place by like 10 points to a guy who got second at WBC the year prior. So I felt pretty good about that. I felt super good. It's a game I really want to play more in the future. Very fun game. Next thing to talk about is disc golf. So on Tuesday, we have kind of a disc golf outing that we go to. So this year I went with Lumen, Riley, and Fatty. Fatty, who I had not met before, but super cool guy. All the people I was staying with, very chill, by the way, was awesome. So disc golfing, three highlights, sorry. First highlight, last year I got a plus 28, because I was very new to disc golfing. I was like a month in. This year, now that I'm a year and a month in, my putting's a lot better. I can throw a little bit straighter, a little bit more distance, so I got a plus 12. So way big improvement. Should have been a plus 14 at Mulligan the first shot, but we won't talk about that. And then third highlight was, I will put a picture on the screen. Fatty threw a disc. We thought it got stuck in a tree, so we looked up in a tree and we said, oh, there's a disc. We started throwing objects at it, trying to get out of the tree. At one point, we had 4 objects in the tree trying to get this down. Eventually, Riley went up and shook the tree, so we were able to get everything down. Turns out that wasn't even the disc that we were looking for. It was someone's different disc. We found the disc they lost in a bush nearby, though, so plus 1 disc. The last thing that I did is Faxon 5. Faxon 5 is like a trivia show run by John, don't know his last name, but he's awesome, and it's like a trivia show. It's so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm happy I got to stay for Faxon 5 this year. The highlight of that, I'm not very good at trivia, but the highlight of that is that one theme of it was that they were looking for baby names. I guess someone who runs Faxon 5 is expecting in the next year, and so they were taking solicitations for baby names. And I don't normally say that I'm good at giving out suggestions for names or something like that, but I really think that I knocked it out of the park with this one. So I'm really looking forward to them bringing in a baby and naming it Chungus in the next year. So really looking forward to seeing someone with the name Chungus. I think that's really going to hit. Couple of very quick props and slops. Props to every single person who came up to me. If you came up to me and said, hey, I saw your videos or I watched your videos, I have a lot of people that did that. For me personally, I really enjoy when people do that. It really motivates me to want to make more content. It makes me want to make Arc Nova content or do something else. So that is very motivating. It's very nice when people do that. I personally greatly appreciate it when people do that. Shouts to Peter. Peter is the one person who I remember. Shouts to Peter, who I accidentally filmed last year, but noticed. So shouts to you and your wife. You both are very lovely people. Shouts to the friends who were there. Made it very fun. So got to do a lot of open gaming. Got to have a lot of fun conversations. Really enjoyed that. And also props to, sorry I'm not like this, without his Arc Nova videos would not have been able to see lines that I saw, and because I have not played that much Arc Nova, so shoutouts to him. Slops, couple of bad vibe stables. Some people take things too seriously, or they just have bad vibes, so that is not fun. People who protest I want random seatings whenever I show up to a table, just to make it so that people don't try and angle the seats to be like, oh, I want to sit to the right of my friend, or to the left of my friend, to the left of someone who I think is a weaker player. I don't want to deal with that. Just randomize the seats. I got so many people that gave me crap for that, for oh, well, we sat down randomly, or why do you want to randomize the seats? Who cares about this? It's just a game. It's dude, please don't make it about this. I just want to make it so that there's no unfair playing fields or anything like that, or any weird behavior. It just gets rid of so much weirdness. It's just why make a big deal out of it? I don't understand. Those are the two main slops, honestly. Otherwise was totally fine. Slops also expensive. Food as always. Couple of very quick updates about the channel stuff. Still, probably not posting too many videos from here on out. You know, I do really appreciate when people come up to me. I appreciate that so many people have, so many groups of people have seen my Agricola content. I appreciate that people are walking up to me and saying that they appreciate that. I still am not motivated to make more content. I'm really burnt out on Agricola, like super duper burnt out. I don't even know if I'll play it next year. Not just because I'm washed, but just because I don't enjoy it as much as a game anymore. I've been really enjoying variety in games, and so Agricola is something that I haven't played as much. But for me, gaming is about like creative expression. For a while, Agricola was doing that. Like, it was allowing me to express myself creatively. But, like, I can think of so many games in which I made creative plays in, you know, in Brass and in Arc Nova and in all these other games. Like, I made a lot of really creative, awesome plays that I think are, like, worth showcasing. But at the same time, I also am a little burnt out on just like being competitive in general. Like the competitive drive within me is dying a little bit, and that is a bit of a problem for like pushing myself to stream or do content or anything like that. And so don't expect to see anything, but if you do, it probably will not be Agricola content. It'll probably be more like Arc Nova content or you know, something along those lines. Maybe something weird in terms of board gaming or more off the wall. So maybe something, but don't expect anything. You know, if you see something, it's like a little gift from me to you, a little teeny gift, but don't expect anything. But otherwise, if you saw me there and said hi, thank you. If you didn't see me there and you want to say hi, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your month, year, however long it is till I see you again. If I go next year, I'll do another update video. Have a good one. Bye, everyone.